Have you ever felt like you're putting so much effort trying to learn something new, but still not moving forward? Like, for example, spending hours studying, training, repeating the same thing over and over, but by the end of the day, nothing really worked. And what if I told you the problem might be the way you're measuring your progress? Today we're going to dive into one of the biggest myths about learning and personal development, that is the idea that the more you push yourself, the better you get. And to get to the heart of this, we dive into one of the most eye-opening concepts about expertise, straight from the book Peak: Secrets from the New Science of Expertise by Anders Ericsson. Well, if you want to learn faster, better, and without wasting time on pointless effort, this video is for you. Psychologist and researcher Scott H. Young, author of Ultra Learning, spent years studying about how people learn things fast, from language to computer science, without getting a bachelor's degree. And he discovered that the fastest learners don't just study more, but they study smarter. They follow principles that make learning deep, fast, and effective. So guys, let's go through some of the key ideas from this book, Ultra Learning, and how you can use them to transform the way you learn and think. 1. Learn how to learn. Simple as that. Before diving into any topic, take time to understand how that subject is best learned. For example, study tools and skills others have used to learn it. For example, before learning to code, explore what languages are most relevant and what projects help beginners the most. And for example, how professionals learn it. It's like drawing a map before starting your journey, for example. 2. Learning by doing the real thing. Don't just study about something, guys. Practice in the same environment where you use it, for example. If you want to speak a new language, so have real conversations, not just read grammar books. If you're learning design, for example, create a real project instead of just watching tutorials. That's what Scott calls direct learning, because it's faster and work because it mimics the real experience. For example, you need to set specific goals. I want to learn English. It's wrong. A good goal is, I want to learn 10 new phrases and use them in a real conversation, for example, by Friday. 3. Feedback. You need to record your studies, ask for input, use apps to track your progress, because without feedback, you might keep repeating mistakes that you don't even know, for example. Now let's talk about the difference between a passive learner and an ultra learner, for example. Most people learn passively. They consume, repeat, but rarely apply. Ultra learners, they take control. Ultra learners, they don't wait for the perfect course or teacher, for example. They build their own system and constantly refine the process. So just ask yourself, are you studying or are you mastering? Because the difference isn't talent, it's strategy. How many people have been driving for 10 years but never got better? Because they drive on autopilot. And true experts, they are constantly refining, fixing, challenging themselves, always improving. So if you learned something new today, please drop it in the comments. And what was your biggest insight in this video? And guys, remember, it's not about how much time you spend struggling, but it's about how you turn effort into real learning. So comment below what skill are you working on, subscribe and turn on notifications, and see you in the next video. Bye!